Hey everybody, Kel here. Welcome back to What Remains of Edith Finch. Now, we just had finished learning about Calvin's story, the two brothers, and the one that thought he could fly, and that's where we left off at. So we're picking up in his room and seeing if there's anything else in here that I missed, and then we'll move on to listen to someone else's story.
After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room.
So thanks so much for stopping by. Hopefully you enjoyed today's episode. Let's get back into it. So many secret passages in this house. It's kind of creepy. Okay, here we go.
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
Okay, that is the main entrance of the house, looks like. And so far, I'm really enjoying this game. Okay, so we could go back through there. Or we keep going. I think we're going to keep going.
Growing up, I always thought of Barbra as a child star.
Alright, so this is Barbra's room. Yep. Very cool. Seattle Ballet Company presents Swan Lake. Belltown Theater. Barbra, set of Hollywood. Alright, let's see what mysteries we're going to discover in here.
I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
Allman. Improv night. Photos. Barb Street. I remember those cats. Can't remember what it's called though, but I remember those. Ew, a really old pizza? Happy birthday, Barbra. There was a spot for 16 candles. Tons of books. Did she work at a diner, maybe? Penelope's. Barbra. Looks like it. Record player. Records. Old popcorn. And they really just left everything as it was, which is kind of creepy. 1944 to 1960. So she wasn't even 20, yeah. Dreadful stories, Barbra Finch.
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbra's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbra Finch. As a child star, Barbra was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room.
Ouch.
So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box. And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
Michael Myers music.
She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
Sorry, I had to. Okay, can we get this out of the way, please? There we go.
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
That doesn't look good.
The old fridge rattled and grew still.
Oh!
Rick?
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and you...
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter. Walter, are you there?
Walter had vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Oh no.
Barbra turned, saw the hook man, and was speechless. He was quite smashing. And there he was. He couldn't get enough of Barbra.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
What happened to Walter?
That night, she played her part beautifully.
Okay, now we're in Molly's room.
Molly's door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges groaned.
We're gonna do whack him with it. There we go.
He wasn't moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet.
Okay. Let's go downstairs and investigate. And he's gone.
The hookman had vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was
The doorbell.
at the door. She heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Oh no. He's behind you, Barbara. Oh, there's 2 of them.
Oh dear.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbra Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbra was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter? Hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard. But that's another story.
Poor Walter.
As for Barbra, tucked inside the music box was all they ever found of her. Her ear.
Ah.
Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
His laugh reminds me of the Crypt Keeper. Poor Barbara. Their family does not have
Edie
good
told
luck.
me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
Alright, we still have a ways to go. Okay. Oh, we gotta go back through here. Alright.
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
Yep, but we're going to so we can get in the basement. Because that's one place we have not explored. Am I not? There we go. I'm gonna say, am I not allowed to go that way?
Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara.
Okay. I don't remember going up here either.
Mom must have locked the third floor stairs on the night we left.
Is there a place we can try that key? Guess not. I'm sure we'll get up there eventually.
It's funny. All those times I played with the music box,
Grandpa Sam
never
spent
found
7
the basement
years sharing
key. A room with his dead brother, Calvin.
That was weird, talking over herself. Alright, so we've been in that room. Who's Gregory?
As a kid, I just assumed every house had peepholes and sealed rooms you weren't allowed inside of.
That's the pink bathroom, so we've been in there.
The last time I was in Edith Sr.'s room, I was 10 and she was painting my portrait.
And we've been in there. That was her grandma's room. Well, great-grandma. Okay, we're gonna have to find the electricity box, because it looks like the sun's getting ready to go set.
A lot of things got left behind in the whirlwind of that last night.
Can we still not go in here? I guess I'm not. At least not yet. Okay, well, let's wind the music box. There we go. Now we have the basement door key. Okay. Let's see if we can get the power back on. There's a pool table. Hot water heater. Workshop.
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot.
Okay, we'll have to try not to poke ourselves or anything like that. Surely there's a fuse box down here somewhere. What's really...
I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages.
It's really dark in here. There's the fridge.
I thought maybe she was hiding presents.
Maybe she was.
It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that.
Oh. Is that a generator? We've turned the power on? Alright, looks like we're going in. Cannot see in here. Thank you, lights.
I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone.
You think it was down here?
She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could.
Oh, hello. They were hoarding up food.
If there's a pattern in all these stories, I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
Okay. So this is for Walter. 1952 to 2005. Seems like he lived about the longest. And been a lot of places. Okay, so what do we have here? Is that a painting? And those gotta be fake flowers, because they'd be dead by now. Alright, Walter, what's your story?
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years. On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week. But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane. Having a schedule, living for today. I always expected to be dead tomorrow. But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything. Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly.
This is 1976.
And then one day, everything just stopped.
It didn't shake.
Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting.
Now it's
Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid.
2005.
It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting. I have to leave while I still can.
Gosh, this house is like a never-ending maze.
I know it's out there somewhere. Whatever killed Barbra and Molly and Calvin.
Can I not go through there? Okay. Aha.
Maybe this is all a mistake. But I need to stop living the same day, even if it kills me. Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it. I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food. I don't mind if I only have a year left, or a month, or a single week. I'd be happy with one new day. I can already imagine the sun on my face.
Uh-oh. So I'm guessing train? Poor
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here.
We still haven't gotten to Edie's story, even though we were in her room. We're 7, or I can't pronounce it. We have Sam, Kay, Gregory, Gus, Milton, Lewis. I thought we did Milton's. Maybe not.
I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me.
Okay, now we're gonna go through here. Great. Alrighty.
Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter. But if she never told me about an uncle under the house,
What else didn't she tell you?
I can only imagine what else she was hiding.
There's where he
I don't
busted
want to
out.
make the same mistakes she made.
Oh, that's why we couldn't go anywhere. That was where he was keeping all of his food garbage. Crazy. And there's still tons of food down here.
Trying to bury something that's still alive.
I can't see.
Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe two, I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself and found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real.
Rest in peace, Walter. Oh, there's no more tracks. Okay. Well, that's weird. Oh, they went that way. Okay. Looks like we're going this way.
I don't know if I should even be writing this. Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me. But I thought you should know about your family.
Not your family. Is she pregnant?
And the history you're a part of.
It looks like a hatch over there. Some kind of bunker or something, maybe? There's a light flashing way off in the distance there. It looks like a town. Interesting. This game is really interesting. I've never played anything like it. I really like it.
Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now. I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth.
Shame we can't be out here during the daytime. Huh. Looks like it was a giant statue and it fell over. And there's the one statue we saw through the peephole in the fence. Wonder if we can go over there.
And when you look at the house, it had that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness. Any of it seems possible.
There's a
I
bicycle.
think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it.
And a lantern.
What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house?
Yeah, it's a little strange.
It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one.
Okay, so this side is the human
3
one?
of the gerbils are mine, and
Oh,
2 had been my fault.
maybe this is the pet cemetery then. Oh, maybe not. What do we have on this side? Lucy, Daisy, Charlie, Derpy, Derpy Jr., Burpy, Chirpy, Furpy, Lurpy, Zerpy, Zoe, Coco, Tucker. Oh. It's a lot.
Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery.
Okay, that was all pets. Wow. Alright, here we have Molly Finch, born December 11th, 1937, died December 13th, 1947. Calvin Finch, born April 25th, 1950, died September 23rd, 1961. He was 11. I'm gonna pronounce it wrong again. Sven, not 7, but Sven Finch, born June 17th, 1915, died August 26, 1964. He lived a pretty good while compared to some of the others. Edie Finch, born April 8th, 1917, died December 5th, 2010. She made it quite a bit longer than him. Walter Finch, born August 26, 1952, died March 31st, 2005. Barbra Finch, born October 31st, 1944, died October 31st. So, born on the same day, died on the same day, in 1960. I thought I saw a I did, it's up here.
I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away.
Oh, that's when the house sunk into the ocean or whatever. And took her grandpa
She could
with
see it poking out of the water at low tide.
So that's what remains of the old house? I'm guessing.
Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night. Edie's side was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from. Her dad had been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better.
So we have Gregory, Sam, and Gus. And there's more. What's this one?
She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us.
Sanjay Kumar Lewis Finch. What's that? No, just a thing. Sorry for stepping on your stuff. Milton, that's her brother.
We never found Milton's body, so my mom insisted we were putting up a monument, not a tombstone.
Maybe he's still out there. This place is huge.
There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself. But looking back on it now, if she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
I was right. She is pregnant.
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common. They were both pretty intense.
Alright, I just checked my recording time and we've already been at this for almost 38 minutes. So as much fun as I'm having to save you guys from a long episode, I'm going to go ahead and call this one here. And guiltily, I'm going to start the next one right after, so I want to keep playing. But I appreciate you guys so much for stopping by. Hopefully you enjoyed today's episode of What Remains of Edith Finch. And hopefully I'll catch you in the next one. Please enjoy the rest of your day, evening, night, whatever it may be for you. Take care of yourselves. And until next time.